So I was getting out of the shower the other day, and I looked down and I realized there was this big black box covering my Johnson. And I was just like,
Literally,
this guy calls it Johnson. This is Jamie.
This is Vic.
This is like Johnson.
Johnson.
Like literally.
Literally.
We are going to be covering the finale of Bachelor in Paradise season 9. It was a slightly longer episode. Sorry, we're a little bit late to this too.
Yeah.
No, I can't. I was having car issues the past couple days. So
Yeah, they were having an argument. They needed to take time away.
Yeah. Just slight disagreement. I couldn't get inside. I was banned for the time being.
He was locked in the trunk.
Yeah. My car wanted nothing to do with me. But we're here now. We're covering this episode slightly longer. We had to watch it after the fact on Hulu.
Without ads.
Yeah, we got it. We got no ads, which is pretty cool.
That's how I recommend.
Slightly over 2 hours. So I'm curious. I didn't even check the other night to see what the time slot was for. If it was like 2.5 or like 3 hours. Imagine being 3 hours and having like 15 minutes of ads.
55 minutes of ads. That'd be fun.
It's good to be back though. It's slightly 1 day late from schedule, but we're no longer on. When was the last one? Sunday, Monday, something like that.
That is true. Yeah.
Because my other issues. You weren't letting me out of my cage.
Just to go to the bathroom in the front. And
yeah,
then we're back in.
You let me outside to finally use the bathroom and change my pan that you. I have a bed pan. What I mean, I guess there's a bit to get through with this episode. A lot of people leaving.
Yeah, did anything really happen this episode? No.
I think someone got engaged or something. But
okay, that's not really that impressive.
Mercedes and Jess are both still there, still feeling down. They're even at the beginning. They're like, all right, we need to get out of this funk. Start with shots, then sandcastles, and I'm just like, obviously, there's no other way to do it.
Those are the two methods to get over a funk.
Yes. If sandcastles don't work, you can turn to shots. The sandcastles are the necessity, though. I kind of forgot how the show worked, though. Still, it's been weird. There hasn't been it feels like there hasn't been a date card or date card for current couples in a while. I don't even remember who the last one was given to as far as someone not new coming down.
That might have been Tanner.
Well, no, but he came down though.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there was the one with Avon and Kylie and Sam and Peter doing the dancing date.
Oh right, yeah.
But that was still a little while ago. Has there been any? I don't remember.
Well, I was thinking, who was that girl that Tanner went with instead of
Davia?
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah,
Davia.
but she was new.
Oh, right. Someone not.
I'm talking about someone who's been there for a while, or a couple that's been there for a while, and not a new person. I feel like it's been a while.
Yeah.
So, but this one, Kat and John Henry get it. They get to go paddle boarding. For a man that works in the ocean, he seems to have no comfortability just being still in the ocean, but just slightly on top of it. Yeah, on a board.
He probably prefers being in the ocean.
Yeah,
on top.
He wanted to jump in.
Yeah, he immediately jumped in.
It does feel like you. I feel like you kind of pointed this out while watching. It feels like the first, or at least just one of the few deeper conversations that's
the first ever.
The first ever in history.
Where an actual Gary level conversation.
Yeah, Gary was on the beach shouting from in the background, say this.
Tell her to open up.
Tell her that she has your attention. But they both seem to open up. She
Kat.
reveals that
And John Henry III.
John, yeah, it does seem like he should have like a little like
Roman numeral.
yeah at the end, either the second or the third or the
Or
fourth.
junior even.
Junior.
Just some type of title.
Yeah, she talks about how when she was younger,
17.
17, she moved out and she lived in a group home for a little bit. Also how she has a very big family, but only one like of them is married,
Yeah.
happily married, that her dad had like 4 wives
Well, he wanted to do it 4 times.
at the same time. At the
That's
same
pretty wild.
time. No, but she wants to break that trend. She wants the
And have 5 husbands.
yeah, and just going for the record. But then he also opens up. He said that about 7 years ago, he struggled with depression a bit.
Mm-hmm.
He was very vague about it. I feel like hers, she was a bit more specific.
Yeah.
Not that you need to, he's probably aware of the cameras, like
Doesn't wanna
watching it.
yeah.
It's like,
Say this a little louder, please.
not all of America needs to know what you were going through, John Henry.
Yeah.
You just don't, all good. But it was like, it was,
It's between you and your therapist. It's
yeah,
okay.
yeah, exactly. But it seemed they both had a lot of appreciation, and it did seem to bond them a bit better. Would that classify as like trauma bonding? I guess because
Yeah.
they're both kind of
Trauma and bonding over.
they're bonding over the trauma.
That would.
And
That would
now
be.
that's typically frowned upon, right? It's not like a good type of like bonding. Like, am I wrong? I actually don't know.
I don't know either.
I could be just blowing smoke. I don't know. I don't
A little
know.
blowing
I just thought like that, like that was a thing when they say like, oh, they were just like trauma bonding. It always seemed like they were someone
I
put
guess-
just in front of it. They were just trauma.
doing that.
Yeah.
I guess like it wouldn't be stable to have a relationship just based on that.
Like, oh,
They were just that.
you know my problems, I know yours.
Yeah.
Or yes, type of thing. Yeah, I guess that yeah, kind of makes sense.
But I mean, it would be weird if he didn't open up eventually
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
to your
Like
partner.
you feel you would want, I feel like your partner to know, because it is important to
history.
sort of like, yeah, shaping who you are.
Mm-hmm.
The good and the bad kind of have an impact on how people turn out or change throughout their life. So
Yeah, but for it to only be that, maybe it to be the only factor in a relationship, or to open up with that,
yeah,
that
it's
would
like
be bad. Too soon.
yeah.
TMI.
You said you did that. I could never do that. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are guilty of that though. I've probably been guilty of that.
Stop sharing your trauma right now. The trauma.
So I'm
Scaring
yeah. Sorry everyone. So that was a sweet moment. We get another sweet moment of a little equality here where the dog Coco black boxed.
I know.
You can't see it. It's
not allowed.
forbidden.
This is a family show.
I actually thought it was funny at first, but then I realized, oh wait, no.
They probably have to do it.
It actually like, I get it's a male dog, so I guess. I feel like it was just for a joke though. Like I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't think it's actually bad, even if it is like a male dog. It's like it's just I don't know. It's sort of a meme at this
Yeah,
point. How much the black box has been used.
Like I've seen worse on the Animal Planet.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that is true. There's full on like shows strictly about that.
Yeah, I know.
I need to know.
I need to research some more. No, but that was pretty classic, and it was pretty big boxes too.
Yeah, I
They
mean
need a
that
lot.
dog should be proud, I guess. Then we get another date card. Jess, hopeful to get it. I don't know why. She's just got out of
Yes.
one relationship. Why is she
Can't
trying
wait to
jump
take
into
no one
another?
else out.
But Aaron and Eliza get it, and they get
Smoke up their ass.
they get sweat. They get sweaty. They get a
smoked out.
shaman.
Yeah, and then
They get
sweated
sweated out. Kylie is worried that Avon isn't ready to get engaged. That is a
Well,
big
yeah,
storyline
that
for
is a
this
big one.
episode. Probably the main one. And you know, one thing that I appreciate but also don't like, but I appreciate that she said it, is she even phrased it. She said, one of my toxic traits is that, you know, even when I'm with someone, I'm always looking for the next best thing. And I said, I was thinking like, okay, don't say always. First of all, that's making you sound, that's not good. It's,
Yeah, that's why it's toxic.
yeah, that is definitely,
And
that is
a very
toxic is a fair,
Very,
but
for
she's
an-
aware
yeah.
of it, which I feel like is good to be aware of your issues, but it's not taking any actual action as to like,
Yeah, don't think that's enough to just be aware of
Yeah.
the issues. You might have to
you're
work
not
on them.
you're not absolved.
Absconded.
Is it absconded or absolved?
Either or.
Sure. Okay.
I look at a thesaurus sometimes.
Yeah. Absconded and absolved are the words of the day. You get two. It's
You
a
get
special
to
day.
pick your favorite word.
But well, let's get into. We can get into.
Let's get into the
their thing
nitty-gritty.
a little bit. First, let's finish up Aaron and Eliza's date. They
Yeah.
both open up about their fear of
Rejection.
rejection and like giving themselves to the other person but not getting it in return. And they do end up both sharing or like expressing their feelings. I did think it was a little bit funny how like Eliza, when like before they said it, she was like, I'm also like really afraid of rejection. I'm not going to be able to tell him how I feel until he does it first. He's going to need to do it first. I'm like, it's a little bit unfair, but
Yeah.
it's just very like, come on now.
You got to put in like the other half of the effort.
It's like, I understand being afraid, but it's like,
If you want something, you can't wait for it.
yeah.
He could feel the same way.
Yeah, because then the thing is, then you get someone like Olivia or Peter or they both opened up about later on about how they wanted to continue their current relationships with their partners, and they both ended up getting rejected. So maybe they should have played the Eliza approach.
Yeah, sometimes it is smart.
Play it safe. I don't know. No, I respect to them for actually doing it. But it does work out for Aaron and Eliza. They do open up.
It does seem to go really well.
Jess seems to finally be realizing,
Cracking.
hey, why am I here?
Why am I here?
She's even taking it out on Kat.
I
Kat
know.
comes up and is like, oh, hey, you want to go talk? No.
No.
You don't
Go
want to talk
away.
to me at all? No, I don't. No.
All right.
No. Get
How
out of my
about
face.
just a little? Then she walks away immediately and then grabs Tanner,
Tanner.
to which they have a little aside. And
They do
she's
have
like,
good word.
she's like, you thought I was into you, bozo? Think again.
You thought I was feeling you? She's just started singing that song.
Tanner's like, I think we could work out. She's like, no.
No.
I'm broken. I can't feel anything.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
she
numb.
says she hasn't felt happy since like
Blake left.
Blake and everything, and she's like, I kind of just want to be at home.
I just want to be with my family.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's
that's
fair. Tanner took it pretty well. It was such a new thing. It would be kind of
Yeah,
almost
it's-
weird if he was like really.
How dare you
Yeah, how
break my
dare you.
heart? Yeah, it seemed like he wanted something, but again, it's the last episode
Literally,
to
yeah,
try
like last
to make
episode, there's like a day or two left
before you have to like get married.
yeah,
propose.
propose. So they both leave. We finally get the first conversation between Kylie and Avon about engagement.
This is where
It
the
all goes
cracks
wrong.
begin to burn.
Yeah. What?
This is when the fire begins to crack.
I've never heard that. I like it. But
I'm making these up.
I'm pretty sure Mark Twain said that. You said.
Classic Mark Twain bit.
So Kylie brings up, saying like, "Oh, engagement, like,
Do you
is
like me?
Yeah, do you like me?"
Then marry me. Then Avon's like, I don't think we had enough time. I need a little more time.
Well, he did immediately get pretty defensive about it, which was like weird.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think he has every right to like not
do it.
want to get like engaged immediately.
Yeah, but he did take it like immediately.
Yeah,
as if,
he got like pretty like he got on the defensive, like he was being accused of doing something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And
do you remember what he said after she asked?
No, but a lot of it was like, why is this the only thing that matters? You think that I don't care about you? Like, you think that an engagement is the only thing that signifies like I care about you or want to be with you? Like, everything else I've done doesn't mean anything, or like just stuff like that. I'm talking in a way that makes it seem like I'm quoting him, but I don't. It's definitely something along like those lines. He said that was said many times, but she was upset, and she did say a line that I thought was a bit unfair, where she was like, it was in one of the interviews where she was like, he's almost like 30 and he's not like ready for this. I'm like, what is age? Come on, no, that's not right.
If
that's
you're 30 and single, it's over.
Like, yeah, like, what are you doing? Why are you like, you're looking for love? Sorry, you're 30. It's not allowed anymore. It's not going to happen.
I get sorry to the entire cast of Gary season.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, think of that, dude. It's like, come on. I mean, I get what she's saying. Like, you're supposed to be an adult and you're not talking about like engagement. It's like, don't pull that card. That was unfair.
Mm-hmm. And also that he was leading her on to, as if like that was the end goal that they were all planning on.
Yeah, I mean, she seems pretty like, it seems like she really wants it, and she does say like, I don't know what, like, if he's not willing to do it now, like, that makes me worried that he'll never want, like, even if we do leave together, that he'd never want to get engaged. And I'm like, you do realize you've only been like talking for a couple weeks now. Come on, like,
if you don't get engaged after a couple of weeks,
it's just like, I really do want to take some of these people and like ask them, like, in any of your dating experiences previously or any moving forward where you meet someone in just like the regular world, would you really feel comfortable talking to them about engagement after like 2 weeks or something like that? Because I guarantee almost any of them would say like no. And so it's like, why is it? It's like, it is a show, and it's kind of like, it is known that that is like a thing, but it's like, it doesn't have to be expected. Like, I almost do think that, it's funny to say, I do think they should have had this conversation sooner, which is funny because again, they've only been talking for like 2 weeks, but it's like,
they were only together though the entire time.
Yeah. Oh my God. So they've been together for like 2 weeks now. She seemed to know that he didn't want an engagement. And so if it was super important to her, I feel like that should have been something they worked out sooner than like the last day.
Classic. Why is that me whenever there's an exam that I have to study for?
They're big procrastinators. And he, like, I didn't like their conversation. Like, they were talking in circles. They left on a bad note, which, hey, if you don't feel like things are going well, you can take a walk,
Yeah, but for it to be like the final conversation of the night.
Yeah, like before. Yeah, they didn't like, and they didn't like. They saw each other the next morning, but then she was like, "No, I don't want to talk about it now.
I don't even want to see it."
But yeah, I mean, his whole thing was like, I don't want to like get engaged here, and then if it doesn't work out, I feel like that would be something I would really regret, which is fair. It is fair. Like, again, engagement should be taken serious. Yeah, you're only allowed one. I mean, it should be taken seriously.
No, definitely. Otherwise, people think you're just throwing around the ring.
But I also do think like it's not the same as like marriage. It's not actual like a contractual thing at that point. It's like sure, you don't get
still
the
get a little
you don't-
wiggle room.
You don't get the ring maybe if you break up,
Right.
or it's like whatever. What do you do with it? But
Not the ring. Not the
yeah, I mean,
diamond.
it's like, I guess I am curious about like what is like all of their main things as far as a little voice crack there. There was a little slip into. I'm not being hot. He's not giving me enough water. I need help, please. I need liquids.
Got a dry throat
I
there.
got to dry throat. I want to know like what is the main reason behind all of the ones that say I only want to do this once. Like I don't have any judgment towards it, but it's
do.
like, but I'm just like curious as to like why. What is the reasoning? Because like, for me personally, it's like sure I would like to. I don't
I mean,
want
in a perfect world,
in a
obviously.
perfect world, I don't want to like multiple like engagements or marriages or whatever. But it's like I would value a marriage more than an engagement, or as far as like I would be more upset about
A failed marriage.
a
and
failed marriage
engagement.
than yeah, exactly. But they seem pretty like even strict about an engagement, which I think is fine. Is you're allowed to feel that way, but I guess I'm just like, it is a little bit like
I wouldn't beat myself up over it.
yeah,
You're like,
like it would like
How
are they,
dare I mess up a relationship?
that's like my question is like would they put a lot of blame on themselves for something, or be like, oh, now I'm a person with a failed engagement, like what's that say about me? I'm like, I don't know, not that much. I don't think you, especially, no offense, but to like
Probably
an
join like the
engagement.
millions of other people.
Yeah, like yeah. Oh my gosh, so many. But it's also I was gonna say like, not even that bad because it's no offense, one from a reality television show.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. I mean, no one's putting any blame on you like, breaking up.
if you
from
were to
this.
break up even after an engagement,
And
and
that would make sense.
and you started dating again, and you told that sort of your history to that person and said, hey, I was on a reality TV show, immediately first, even just there, they would be like,
Whoa.
whoa. And then
Tell me more.
then you say like, yeah, and I got engaged.
They're like,
Whoa. And then you say like, yeah, but it didn't work out, like we separated. And they'd be like,
And then they would throw
Like,
their
oh.
drink in your face.
yeah, they throw a drink in your face, slap you, and tell you
You're a
that
horrible
you're a
person.
horrible person. Yeah.
Oh, they would laugh and be like, "That's the coolest thing I've ever heard."
Yeah, I mean,
Let's
it
get
would
engaged.
be. Let's get engaged. No, I don't know. Like, I mean, or like, would are they worried that that person would then think that like, oh, this person doesn't value engagement if they're gonna
Yeah.
get engaged on a
If he
television
engages
show?
to me, I'm breaking it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get engaged to him just so I can break him up with him, so he knows what it feels like again. No, I'm curious about it though. But
that is interesting.
I don't know how to feel about his line when he is walking away though, and like, she's crying and he says like, I'm going to bed. He walks past all the guys and he's like, yeah, no, I don't want to be down here with everyone when she's crying. And then he's like walking away. It's like always about a fucking ring. It's always about a fucking ring. And I'm like, whoa. It does seem like there is some. It's either like he's either the most mature person there in the sense of like he's taking the engagement probably the most serious, or he has like some issues like trust issues and was like engagement is just like whatever, like who needs engagement type of thing, or I don't know, where it's like he has something against,
Right, he's afraid to go into it.
yeah
again.
it's like that's something that he just has just a general issue with. Or like I said, he could just be the most mature person there. It's like he doesn't want to get engaged after 2 weeks, and
He knows
like,
how important it is.
yeah, either one, I don't know.
I'll say a little both.
It could be, yeah.
Just to be fair.
Then we finally figure out who's getting married. Former Bachelor in Paradise contestant couple now, Kenny and Mari. I do remember I think that might have been the first season I watched of Bachelor in Paradise fully, because I think I learned about the franchise.
And what season was this, do you think?
That would have been season 7.
Okay.
So
Too
yeah,
bad.
like 2021. Yeah.
I did not watch this, but you told me they're a story, and it's a
Yeah.
pretty classic story.
Yeah, I mean, Kenny and Mari started out as a couple, but she, I think, was like Mari was really open to the idea of like talking to other people. Or I think she said, if someone asked me on a date, I would say yes. Kenny was not a very big fan of that, and he did seem like he wanted to be more committed at first. And then the funny thing is then she didn't get asked on a date, and then
he did.
Yeah, a girl, Demi is her name, came down, asked him on a date, and he was like, well, you wanted it, so I'm going to go on the date. And he kind of almost ended up, things ended with Kenny and Mari and for a little bit, and he was with Demi, but Mari was, she was pretty broken up about it. And eventually she was like, no, I still want to be with him. I still miss him. I need to like say something. And there's a lot of dramatic moments with her and Demi where they were arguing. That's what the whole cake thing is. She threw a cake in the fire or whatever. But she finally went back to Kenny and like told him how she felt, and he was like, eventually, it all worked out for them, and they became a couple again, and then they did get engaged, and it's now come full circle.
And they're getting married.
Full
on the
marriage.
Same place.
A little bit weird that I think like they get married, like nothing against getting married on the show, but like there was no one else there.
It's just the contestants.
The contestants this season.
No family, no friends, no nothing.
It makes me think of like maybe that this is just like a special, almost like a pre-wedding or post. I don't know, because they are married now, so like they.
Oh yeah, I bet it.
I wonder if they had like another
wedding
reception or ceremony. Yeah. Whether it was before or after, I mean, they definitely.
Or they just kicked out the family before.
Yeah, you're not allowed.
We don't want to see your ugly mugs, and then they rejoined back once it was done.
Yeah, and all of this, watching them get married, it seemed to bring up a lot between the current contestants. Aaron and Eliza were like, "Yes, this is what I want. This is what I need." Kai was also like, "This is what I want. I need Avon to stop being a stupid idiot and man up."
Man up and just marry a person you met for 2 weeks.
And it was really funny while watching this. She was like, it makes me question maybe I should have explored more, with some of the other people here. And then immediately, oh, hey, Blake is coming down. I'm like,
oh, Blake.
I was just joking last week when I didn't really know if like him and Kylie were like this weird. They did have a flirty relationship like last week when he was trying to leave, and I thought that was just a thing, but like they really made it seem like when he came back this time, it's like
he was ready to steal her away.
Yeah, he was coming in to be Mr. Steal Your Girl, but no, he was the best man, I guess, which I remember Blake and Kenny being on like Claire and Tayshia's season of Bachelorette together, I think it was. So I don't remember them like talking on them. But I don't know.
It's interesting.
And then they go to an after party rave.
Whoa. Classic rave with no music.
Yeah, no.
Or no DJ.
No LSD.
No LSD. No drugs.
Hard drugs. I've never been to a rave.
Yeah, I'm not really the rave.
I talked to a girl who said that she's gone to a rave and that like, she's done like, or she did the like
illegal drugs.
Yeah, whatever drugs. And she said like, oh yeah. And like whenever me and my friends do it, we need to like chew gum. Otherwise like there's the risk of like biting our tongues off. And I'm like, what? Whoa. Is that a real thing?
Yeah, I have heard about that. Like you can like just chew. Something in your mouth. Yeah,
that you need like, she said like, yeah, you need like something in your mouth, like gum or some sort of food or something. I'm like,
whoa. Seems kind of scary.
Yeah, I'm kind of like any chance I have of going to one now, it's like you kind of scared it out of me. Kylie talks to Blake, and I thought he was about ready to be like, yeah, you know what? Ditch him. Be with me.
I'm going to steal your guy away.
No, but I guess it did show a bit more into their relationship. She, I guess, just sees him as like a good friend, or like she said, like good he lover. Always has a different. He always has a different perspective, and she
He has
trusts
a Canadian
his
perspective.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Him and Sam. I wonder if Sam is because she was on the Bachelor in Paradise Canada. Is she Canadian? I don't know.
She looks Canadian.
What does that mean? The sunburn. She doesn't get it.
Yeah, she doesn't get a lot of sun. She doesn't. She's not on the beach at all.
Yeah, I didn't watch Bachelor in Paradise Canada, but I'm pretty sure the setting there was like a lake. So, not quite like
A
beach in
paradise.
Mexico, but
Yeah,
I like a good lake.
a lake
I do like a good
in the middle of
lake.
the forest, like a lodge as well.
Yeah, good cabin.
In the woods.
And then Avon talks to Kenny and Mari and asks gives his side and like what he thinks, or asks them what they think he should do.
I wonder what they say.
Yeah, and he's like, well, Kenny's like, obviously, like, you should
Trust me, it
trust
works,
me,
bro. It works, bro.
And he like Avon is like, he's like, everyone believes in this whole engagement thing, which I think is ridiculous. That's pretty
good.
classic. It's pretty funny.
He is the most mature one there.
But so then he talks to Kylie, and he says he's falling in love with her, but he needs more time. He thinks more time outside of paradise before they worry about engagement. And she's like, I'm falling in love, but I need engagement.
I need that reassurance.
It was just like, it was tough because neither one of them were like willing to compromise, which I think is fair. This is something actually that it's really, you got to be very careful in this situation with what you're willing to compromise. Like if he were to like end up getting engaged, and they broke up or whatever, he would like probably, I'm sure, regret it a lot.
Definitely.
And spoiler alert for the end of the episode, it does seem like they're doing fine despite not getting engaged. But like, if engagement is really that important to her, it's like,
can't you wait?
yeah, I mean, it's like, yeah, I mean, are you really okay with waiting then? I don't know. This is such a weird thing because it is a big deal. And it is like something that they both feel very strongly about. And they still care about each other, but it's like this arguably should be a deal breaker, I feel like. What do you think?
Yeah, well, I think the other couples, it broke them as well, doing this whole engagement thing.
Yeah. Yeah,
Not
I mean,
getting thinking they haven't gone far enough in their relationship to justify it.
yeah. I mean, I guess with the expectation of like, oh, if you stay for the fantasy suite and forward, you're supposed to get engaged. Yeah, I mean, that probably is why most of them broke up before that, which I think is fair. But also, again, like, yeah, the other ones, they did also have the option to like stay together and just say like, hey, why don't we try to see if this works out outside of paradise? But none of the other ones did, which is fair. It probably just means they were all of that into each other.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean,
Like Olivia and Mike.
yeah, Olivia and Michael. It was such a. I do feel like bad for like all these people. And yeah, I mean, Kylie and Avon, I don't know. I feel like this is something where you don't have to settle. That was really close. That was a close one. I almost got another one. Slight crack.
break.
Slight crack. Yeah, I don't know. This is something where neither of them want to like compromise. And they both are very strong on like what they want.
I'd say just flip a coin.
Yeah, it's a coin flip. It's one of those like eeny miny
Yeah.
mo moments. Oh, and what did you think about like mid conversation Mercedes coming up to talk to Kylie while like Kylie and Avon were talking? Like, do you think
what?
fair, or like do you think what are you doing? I don't know.
Yeah, why are you interrupting this moment between these couples?
Yeah, I mean, if one of them wants to like
Leave.
put a stop to the conversation for the
they can
moment,
do that.
they can do that themselves.
But to
It's
go
like,
up and be like,
hey Kylie, you want to go talk? I don't know. It felt like I feel like she probably had good intentions of like looking out for a friend. She could probably tell that she was upset, but it's just like, if they're having a conversation about like what they want to do and like their future and stuff, like maybe don't interrupt them. I don't know.
Is this a bad time, guys?
No, it's no. We're not talking about anything important. Don't worry. The morning after, Mercedes, again, she is still here. She is also now finally come to the realization, hey,
Why am I here?
why am I here?
Why am I here?
She says she likes Jordan, but it's not a real romantic thing.
As a brother, yeah.
Yeah, as a friend and brother. He's also again like not all that up. He takes it very well, and I'm like,
I
yeah,
know.
you
They only
should
had like
be able
one
to.
episode where they're maybe together.
Yeah, and it's like half the episode because the first half is her like crying and breaking up with
With the last guy.
the last guy. So, yeah, I'm glad that they left. I'm glad that So we're down to the final few couples. Jesse Palmer comes out, says, "Hey, if you want to stay, you can go to the fantasy suite and see what awaits you after that. Otherwise, it's time for your relationship to come to an end." And I'm like, wait. Like, no, I thought they're allowed to like leave together.
They're not allowed to see each other after this.
Yeah, you're not allowed. They're forbidden. Yeah. And that was the other thing. He said like when we all started 5 weeks ago.
Like, whoa, 5 weeks.
And I'm like, wait a second. I thought I read that this show was like 3 weeks, or like it was only 2.5 this season. Where's 5 weeks coming from? Who do we believe?
I know. Who lied to us?
This is propaganda. I don't know. Like, what do you think? Do you trust these like articles that are supposedly coming from a trustworthy source?
I don't know.
Or
are they lying?
Or do you trust Jesse Palmer? I don't know.
I want to trust Jesse.
I want to trust Jesse too. I love Jesse.
He wouldn't lie to us.
I mean, it does make it a little bit better and make me not feel as like uncomfortable about these people getting engaged.
Mm-hmm. After 2 weeks now.
Yeah, like 2,
5,
2, 3. Now it's only now it's a total of 5. And I'm like, oh,
Whoa,
that's so much better.
changer.
It's a game changer. Yeah, it's still not much better. So Kylie and Avon have like one more final conversation. She does pull a weird move, which immediately pisses off Avon, where she was like, why don't you you don't even want to do the like fantasy suite? You were willing to do that with Rachel, and he's like, why are we talking about Rachel? I'm like, yeah,
don't talk about Rachel.
Why are you talking about Rachel? It's like she was, first of all, she was only here like a week ago.
Talking to her behind her back when she's not even on the show.
But yeah, I mean, it's like, why? Don't compare unless like, I don't know.
Unless
See how
she's right
well it worked for Blake last. Well, Blake compared his relationship to Jess with his relationship with Katie, and it's like, yeah, this isn't it. But yeah, I mean, this was a weirder way of bringing it up.
Yeah, definitely weird. Like,
because
bring up your
ultimately,
ex.
he still didn't want to get engaged to Rachel, so it's like, why does it matter?
Show that he's like consistent.
Yeah, I mean, and it's a lot more back and forth, talking in circles. He does eventually just say straight up, like, if this doesn't end in engagement, are we still gonna be together? Which
she's like, I guess.
She was kind of like, yeah, I guess. Like, I can't see myself walking away from you. And like, says, then they say like, we can leave together, and he says like, are you okay with that? And she's just like, I have to be. And I'm like, that's not a great answer. It's not like exactly what I like to hear. I was expecting them to break up in that moment.
I know, yeah, especially after those conversations, definitely.
And even like, yeah, like the fact, like they left together, so they were still together, but they're like, the way it was edited and like shown, it was like still super like sad and like
they were not feeling each other.
Yeah,
at all.
it was like, this doesn't seem like this is gonna work. But I don't know. I guess I was hopeful in that moment, but I was like, Kylie, like, I am worried that again, they're still together, which is good. But like, I don't know. I'm just going to be like, I am worried that like, if that is the thing that is like, if they break up and the engagement thing is still the issue, I feel like she would look back and be like, I should have probably just called it.
Yeah,
then.
if you think it's going to be the issue going forward, and you're only postponing it.
Yeah, I mean,
you're not helping anyone out.
Like, unless you're truly okay with like waiting.
Yeah, as long as you come to that finalization.
Yeah. Yeah. So we get them. We get Sam and Peter. Who Peter poured his heart out. Sam is like, no, we're not in the same place. Like, we're not where all the other good couples are. It wasn't. I appreciated her response. She was pretty just honest, and like it was pretty straightforward. Mm-hmm. She wasn't like kind of like. It was very different from like Kylie and Avon's conversation, but
she knew what she wanted. She got it out. Good for her.
And then Peter pulled potentially the
worst,
biggest douche line.
Biggest douche line. Keeping in character with FP.
Yeah, he went back to FP for this moment. He was turning things around for me for a little bit.
Maybe we should apologize to Peter.
This was definitely
on the FP train.
This was definitely an FP moment. Because what was the line? He said, I went to 12 weddings last year. I could have hooked up with, or like could have been with like could have hooked up or whatever with anybody I wanted, or like anybody at any, or whatever the thing is. And he said, but I could have, but I didn't want to. I'm like, all right, bro, calm down.
I just want to get married. I can hook up with any girl, but I just want a deep relationship.
Yeah, it's like I wanted one of those weddings to be mine. It's okay, FP. It was just like he was crying, so it was supposed to be sad. But after that line, it was just like, okay, buddy. Sure.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, you totally could have. Yeah, I'm sure, bro. Yeah, it was like, that was kind of a douchey line.
Classic FP.
One of the more disappointing breakups for me, since I've really come around to Olivia, I've become a big fan of her.
Yeah, I definitely liked her more after that whole Will thing.
Yeah. She was really excited about Michael. I also appreciated how real she was with it too, where she's like, I don't need an engagement, or like, I'm not expecting an engagement. I just want to leave together. I want to be with someone. It's like,
that's the attitude Kylie should have.
That's fair expectations. Especially since Michael is like still relatively new. And she is like, I'm gonna let put it all out there. Even though I don't know what you're gonna say. And then he's like, we're in two different places in life right now. I don't think this is gonna work out. I don't think this should continue. And I feel bad for her.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
And she said like, there's no hard feelings. I can't sit here with you right now. I'm like, yeah, okay, fair.
That is also very fair.
Fair.
She immediately leaves.
Yeah, this is definitely when like seems like this is when she should be saying people dropping like flies, because like, I mean, last week there was 2 exits, right? Or there was Blake and
Jess, or no, not Jess.
Tyler.
Yeah.
And then now this week it's like Jess, Tanner, Mercedes, Jordan, and now Sam, Peter, her, Michael. Yeah, I mean,
everyone but the 2 couples left.
Yeah, it's crazy that the final 2 couples are Aaron and Eliza, which is not surprising.
Yeah, that would make sense.
One that was a bit more surprising was John Henry and Kat. And both of them agree to a fantasy suite. Aaron tells Eliza that he's fallen in love with her. She says
She's
me same.
me. Totally me.
They do the fantasy suite.
They knock boots, I think.
Yeah, I wonder if they knocked his boots off.
He did. He definitely did not have boots coming out, so I think she did.
Aaron and Eliza do get engaged. He brought up that he talked to her mom. She was probably like, "All right, that's the deciding factor."
He said, "Your mom said you should say yes."
Yeah.
So
I talked to your mom, and she said it's okay.
It's okay for you to stay up later tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and then she said, like, yeah, I totally wasn't sure what I was going to do until I get up there. Again, I don't take that as the most comforting thing.
That's kind of scary. Like, I could have just as easily said no. But you're lucky.
You're lucky.
You're lucky that didn't
You're
happen.
lucky. You're still on thin ice. I might take the ring off and be like, do you want it back? No, I'll put it back on. But then John Henry, that was a little bit more suspenseful because that one led with him saying, like, I've always trusted my gut.
My gut's telling me to not go.
Yeah, that it's like too soon. Still have too much to get to know about each other. You know, we haven't even like argued yet.
But my Johnson is saying, I mean, my heart is saying I should do it.
Yeah, and yeah, again, he pulls a Gary where he's like, yeah, I've always trusted my gut, and my gut is telling me that this is too soon.
But I will.
But I'm trusting my heart this time. So yeah, so that was sweet. That was nice. And then we get our final updates on a lot of the contestants. Kylie and Avon are still together.
They are still
Things are
together.
still fire.
Emojis.
Olivia, single. Will, single.
Deceased.
Mercedes, single.
MIA.
Blake, single. Blake waiting to be the next Golden Bachelor. I actually did appreciate that joke. He's going for everything. He just needs to be the Bachelor and then the Golden Bachelor, and he'll have completed it'll no longer be trifecta. It'll be
Quintenta.
Quad. Sure.
Quadteca.
Sure. I believe you. I don't know.
The quadrilateral. I think that's it.
Rachel wants nothing to do with the where. Yeah, I don't know. I
Rachel's
don't really
been a little
know.
down,
Do we
yeah.
take that seriously, or is that just like a little joke? As far
I'd
as
say
like,
both.
yeah. So who knows? Maybe she's single.
knows?
Maybe she's seen. I don't know. Braden and Aaron S. Who is
Are
he?
together.
That was like, was that real? That
I
whole
guess
story
so.
with that?
It
They
said,
like
off the coast of San Diego, they went boating and their boat crashed.
yeah, they're like
and
boat sank, and they were like treading water
Yeah,
for like
stranded.
until like rescue came to save them. If that's true, that's an epic story,
Yeah.
but it's like that's wild.
Yeah, that is scary.
And then a little update: Braden is now dating Christina from Zach's season. I wonder how they.
Well,
I wonder
cool.
how they meet. It's got to just be like through Instagram, social media, or I guess everyone in this world probably knows each other, so it's probably just like mutual friends.
I'm sure they have parties.
Yeah. Do they have gum and
They do.
LSD?
They give you gum on the way in.
Yeah. It's like, oh, like, is this like mint? I don't really know if I plan on kissing it. No, it's just so you don't bite your fucking tongue off.
So you keep your tongue. You can still talk by the end
Wait,
of it.
what? And then as far as the two couples, a bit surprising, Aaron and Eliza are the ones that have been
Going through rough patches. since Leaving the beach.
and Kat and John Henry are the ones that are still going strong,
going.
fine. Jesse Palmer is expecting a child soon. Very exciting. Good for him.
He didn't even seem pregnant when I saw.
Yeah, I know. He was eating for 2. I'm like, oh, is that how that works? I think it said next summer. I wonder, does that mean, is that going to interfere with, like, as far as the upcoming seasons? Is he going to be, like, the host as far as, like...
Will there be, like, a
I mean, if it's not till
replacement?
next summer, it would be, I would assume, probably not till, like, Paradise. But, I wonder what they do. Because he definitely has the right. He's not, no, you're not allowed to be home with your child. No, your newborn, no.
You can't see your child.
Just bring him to the beach. No, it would be interesting. I wonder if they're going to do like they did a year or so ago when they had like guest hosts for the Bachelor in Paradise. They had like celebrity guest hosts each week. It was pretty cool.
That's cool.
And then an update on former or like previous contestants and couples. A lot of marriages, an engagement, a lot of babies. I think that's it. That covers kind of all.
That's all, everything
engagement,
you can do.
marriage, family. Okay, yeah, that's pretty. There was a lot of good updates. It was nice to see because even though it was from a lot of seasons of people that I hadn't watched, but I knew of them, and I was like, oh, it's cool that they're still kind of keeping
Keeping
in
up
the
with the
loop.
time,
Yeah, keeping them in the loop. Yeah, I mean, now that this season is concluded, final thoughts and opinions.
No boom room.
Yeah,
That's
is the
pretty-
thing. Yeah, I thought
surprising.
there's supposed to be a boom. That was a whole thing with Kenny.
I
Kenny,
know.
I told you about that. Kenny and
He definitely
Demi.
liked that room.
Yeah, he was a big fan of it. He made good use of it.
He must have liked the wallpaper or something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. These sheets are so nice. Like this is way comfier than my bed.
Kind of
Yeah,
smells.
I mean, it is interesting. Like it was not mentioned at all. It wasn't even mentioned this season. So like,
guess why would they mention it if it's never used?
yeah, it's more like yes, I'm assuming no one used it, but yeah, I don't know. I like having seen a few seasons of this show now. Like I'm comparing it to last season and the season before, and yeah.
How would you rank them? Would this be last or first?
It'd probably be on the lower end.
Yeah. imagine
Just
that.
because I think two things. Like I've been a fan of the show for a while now, so I guess some of the novelty has worn off a little bit. Like I just remember like watching. I guess it would have been season 7, so Kenny and Mari's season. I was like, this is pretty dope.
A lot of wild stuff. Is
Yeah,
happening.
a lot of like it was pretty cool. And then last season was, I would still say, pretty entertaining. I still quite enjoyed it. And this one, it's not that I didn't enjoy this one. It was kind of just like I don't know. I would just say it was a majority of the people were like ones that weren't real big ones that I already like knew of, you know? It's like like the main people in it, like yeah, exactly, yeah. Like main people was like Olivia. I love her now, but like initially I didn't know who she was.
She got like voted out the first
first
rose
night.
ceremony.
John Henry. I had no idea who he was. And then even for ones that did like make it farther in their respective seasons.
Rachel.
Yeah, like Blake, one of my favorites, and yet he still didn't get a whole lot of time. Rachel, I think, easily the most well known. I really liked her.
Yeah.
But
she got screwed over.
Yeah, she got screwed. I kind of feel bad for her.
Yeah.
But then like, I don't know. Aaron like made it far, but I just don't find Aaron all that interesting. No offense to Aaron.
He's a bland guy. He's like a milk and toast type of guy.
It's just like the ones that got highlighted were like a lot of people that like I just didn't really know all that much about. Kylie, I didn't really know. Avon is like, again, no offense, but he's kind of like 2 seasons like removed from the show. Like he was on The Bachelorette like 2 years ago or a year ago. I guess he just wasn't from the most recent season. So I was like, I don't know. It's just there's so much recency bias with this show. It's like how many new contestants you
are
like are
exposed to.
coming in. Yeah, it's like even if there's ones that I liked from previous seasons, like unless it's like a like top like fan favorite, it's like
They were in a lot of drama. They had a lot of screen
yeah,
time.
yeah. I'm trying to think like as far as like from the first season that I watched, which was Peter Weber's season, like who would I be excited? Like even though there's a lot of good characters, like it wasn't a great season actually. But I'm just trying to think like that's as far back, and I'm trying to think of like who would I actually care about if they like showed up and like
Sam from the Canadian Bachelor.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
that's the other thing. Yeah, it's like you're bringing in people. No offense to Sam or Bachelor in Paradise Canada, but it's like we don't know you, and even the other people on the beach
Don't
who are
even know.
like probably like know everyone in the circle don't know
Don't
you.
know you.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, and early on it was Sean, it was Aaron S, it was FP, Braden. I actually, yeah, Braden was like probably one of the highlights.
Yeah.
But then again, like I said, he kind of started to annoy me again at the end of this season. So it's like I liked him for a little bit.
Yeah, he redeemed himself a little bit and then went back to his ways.
Yeah, went back
His
to kind
old
of like,
ways. Oh Lord, I'm about to become the old me again.
how do you feel ultimately about Kat? Because initially, a lot of her screen time was just drama and being like this crazy, like whoa, like is she crazy?
Yeah, is she okay?
Is she okay?
She did throw the cake in the ocean.
Yeah, she also got a cake throwing moment. Yeah, and destroyed that piñata. Yeah, but now she's got like the happy ending. I was not expecting that.
That is pretty wild. It's a good twist.
They like she did seem to have pretty good conversation with John Henry, like or good communicating, I should say.
Yeah,
Which
they
is
had the
just
one
like,
deep conversation.
Yeah, they won. It was just like, I just thought like
was a big
back to
turnaround.
that whole thing with Braden when Braden was like upset after they broke up, and she was like, "You're not allowed to feel that way." I was like it sounds like arguing, like fights or arguments with her sound like potentially one of the worst things on the planet.
Yeah, unless you're saying yes, dear.
Yes, dear.
Okay, honey.
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, I am happy for her though.
Mm-hmm.
It does seem
No, it is
like
good.
she's found someone.
Who says yes, dear?
Yeah, who says yes, dear. Nah, good for them.
Yeah,
Good
it is
for.
good. It is good.
I hope things work out with Aaron and Eliza. I really do only hope, like, wish the best for the people on the show. I don't want to like
I'm not
prey
rooting for
on their
like,
downfall.
misery.
Yeah. That just feels like mean. I don't want to sink to their level.
I know.
Yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed it. It wasn't my favorite season.
But it was one of them.
It was one of them. Yeah, I mean Gary's. I don't think anything in like probably. No offense to Joey, I'm looking forward to Joey's season. It just like watching the preview for it was like, oh my god, it's back to this. It's back to this.
Oh Lord.
It was just like I don't know. It's like okay, I've seen this before. You know, Gary's season felt like a fresh and new thing.
Like whoa.
Yeah,
You're able to
like-
like have a healthy communication.
Yeah, it's like oh, these people like know how to communicate. They
and work through their problems.
have life experience. Real dating experience, serious dating experience.
They keep their expectations low, not to hurt themselves or other
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Joey's season, but like Gary's season has been like my favorite. I think it's been like my favorite season that I've watched. Even again, like when I first discovered this whole franchise and was like a new fan of it, where I was like obsessed with it. You know, I remember watching Peter's season and really enjoying it, but like reading a lot of the criticism for it, being like, this is like a crazy, like horrible season. Like this is like, what is wrong with the people? What is wrong with like production? I'm like, yeah, I know it's great. Right?
It was fantastic. This is the best TV I've seen this summer.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, now looking back, comparing it to now, even again, just other seasons now that I've seen, it's like, oh yeah, I can see now how much of a mess it was. And yeah, Gary makes every season look like a mess. But Gary's ending was very Bachelor, very Bachelorette. It was very like, okay, this fits the show. It's like
it always ends this way.
You did lead someone on. Someone does leave heartbroken, upset. It's a bit messy. It's like, okay, yeah, this is. And I wasn't even upset. Like, I mean, I felt bad for Leslie, but I was like, this is, yeah, okay, like, I'm used to this.
Protocol.
Yep, that exactly.
I prepared myself for this already.
Yeah, it's been solid. Yeah, I don't have any good thing. No, I was gonna say I don't have any real bad things to say about this season. I guess. Just I don't know. It was hard to get real invested in, and for a while it was like it was hard to like really care after watching like Gary for an hour.
I know.
So, do not show this alongside Golden Bachelor or Bachelor or whatever. Like don't.
At least do it after.
Do it before, I think would be better because then it's like you get the refresher of like the smart people. Yeah, so we know about Joey, January 22nd. We'll be tuning in. It'll be very exciting. I'm more curious, are they going to do another Golden Bachelorette, maybe? Like, I'm very curious.
I'm sure they will, because the viewership on that seemed to be
Oh, yeah, man.
crazy.
His season, I think, got some of, like, best ratings or, like, viewership compared to, like, almost all of the recent seasons.
Yeah, I'm sure. I want to see it compared to Paradise, even this season of Paradise.
Oh man, yeah. I don't think it's good. I don't. You don't want to see that.
You do not want to know.
Like if it was got showed on like a bar graph, like Gary's bar would be like top, and it would be like all right, and then where's
see it.
And then like here's the like Paradise bar. And I'm like, what did you draw it in? Like wait, is it there? Oh, that's like the. Oh, it's just like millimeter above the like baseline. Like, okay. No, I don't. Yeah, I would be curious. I haven't really checked as far as Bachelor in Paradise, but I've heard like or read a lot of people that have kind of shared the same sentiment I had, which is like, I don't know. It's not. Yeah. It hasn't been a great season. There's been it's just a lot of like people we don't necessarily know or care about. Mm-hmm. Hopefully that changes. I'm really hopeful that we're going to get a good Bachelor season with good contestants that will then therefore make me excited for Paradise again, where it'll be like, you know,
I remember these
a lot
people
of runner.
And liked them.
Yeah, and like I hope there's likable people on Joey's season.
Yeah, Joey will be there.
Yeah. Yeah, who knows?
He might.
Joey's ending seems like it might be crazy, dramatic. It is the most dramatic season ever, says every season.
I'm pretty sure that's a tagline for every
I think it actually might be a running thing at this point. They say
that's pretty classic.
Yeah, I don't know. They're making it seem like this ending will be very weird. Maybe, who knows? Maybe he'll leave single.
Or with two. Who knows?
Whoa. That actually has never been done before. So that would be the most wild.
That would be pretty impressive.
Do you have any closing remarks, questions?
Only this has been like literally one word on YouTube if you'd like to find us there. 3 words everywhere else, such as
Spotify,
Apple Podcasts,
Google Podcasts,
Pandora Podcast,
iHeartRadio, CastPod,
FM radio.
No.
We're on the airwaves.
Vinyl,
cassette, floppy disk.
You can listen to us like on your Walkman and carry around.
Get out your Walkman.
Yeah, we know what that. We may be a Gen. What are we? Gen
Z.
Sure.
X.
Sure.
Yeah, something like that.
I believe you. I don't know. I don't.
We're millennial Jenners, Zoomers, as they say.
Okay. We may be
the TikTok generation.
We may be ticking and talking a little bit, but we know about Walkmans. We know about cassettes. We know about vinyls. We have what cool people would like to say class. Did they say that?
Class.
I wouldn't know. I'm not cool.
They never let me in.
Or especially Podbean, everyone's favorite.
That's the best one.
Make sure if you've enjoyed it to give a thumbs up or I'll literally like it. Leave a review, rate it. We do some ratings, a scale of 1 to 5. See how high you can count, and then count and then put that number on a scale of 1 to 5. How high can you count, and leave that as the review.
It's a little quiz just to make sure you're still mentally capable.
Are you smarter than a actually listener?
Are you smarter than the average Bachelor viewer?
Yeah. Beat them.
No.
Leave any questions you have.
Concerns, likes, dislikes.
Literallys.
Any literallys? Any actuallys?
I think that pretty much covers it. We'll probably see you next week.
We'll see you on the flip side.
On the flip. I remember watching that. I don't know why I associate that phrase, but it's stuck with me for a very long time. I remember every time someone says that, I think of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie. I don't know why. I don't even know if they say that in the movie.
I did love that movie.
It's a great movie.
That is a great one.
Mighty Morphin might be my favorite Power Rangers.
I do agree. That's I think the only one I watched as a kid.
I'm a big Ivan Ooze fan.
Oozing for Ivan.
If you're still listening,
if you're an Ivan Ooze fan, make sure.
If you're still listening, tell us your favorite Ivan Ooze quote
from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and we'll see you next week. Yeah, we can harmonize. Yeah.